And now we're on question 5. So question 5 says, open the spreadsheet saved as question 4. So you're going to go and look for the document that you just created just now, which was question 4. So let me just fix this. From the folder that you created from question 1. Okay, you're just going to select the document that you just created from question 4. So everything is in place. For you, this is what's going to show. So you're going to view your question paper for instructions. It says change the question number in the header to question 5. So you're going to go on to insert, go to header and footer, and change your question 4 to question 5. There you have it. So going back, we just have to click here where it says normal. So knowing that you are done with your spreadsheet, with your footer or header that is needed from your instructions. And then it says match and right line the main heading row 1 from column A to column G. So you're just going to go back, highlight it from A to G, and re-merge and center it into all these rows. Okay. So now it says key in the data for the new rows and columns and indicated. So you're going to look for the document that you are being given, not the first one, but the second one. As you can see, it's a whole lot different from the first one. There are a lot of things that are being added on your spreadsheet, or rather on the document. It says insert now new rows 10 and 14. Just gonna look on the side what has changed. 10, there's trucks articulated, and there's 14, which is highest percentage injuries. And it says here key in the new column heading in column F and G. Alright, and here it says change the column heading column C and E. We're just gonna look for those on our question paper. So we're just gonna go back a bit. It said you should add these, so we're gonna add them on our document. Alright, I'm gonna start first with A10, which is your trucks articulated. This is how you add rows on your question paper. Please pay careful attention to these, because a lot of people make mistake when it comes to this. You're just gonna come here on 11 where it says total number. No, you're just gonna come on, just gonna click on bicycle. You're not gonna click. This arrow needs to show just before you can make an action. Then you're gonna right click, and then you're gonna click on where it says insert, and its space is gonna be given for you to do whatever you like with the space. So it has been requested for us to add trucks. For you to add, you just come up here and start adding without you going back and clicking and end up making mistakes. Articulated there. So for row number 10, it's already added. You just have to fill in what's needed, which is 900. Just gonna do that as well, and here where it says 14, right click and insert. I'm gonna type in caps highest and leave it that way. So we're gonna add on these columns that are here, which is key in the new column. Okay, let's just first go back to our instructions. It says to percentages. Okay, it says key in the data for the new column and columns is indicated. Change the column heading in C and column E to C and E to percentages. Alright. So we're gonna go back. Okay, the question 5.5 says change the column heading in column C and E to percentage, and then center the new column headings and change to bold. Okay, so now we're going to change the column headings in C and in E to percentage. So you're going to come here and literally type the percentage. You're just going to click on shift and your percentage will be there. This is C and with E as well. Okay, here it speaks of the new column that is in the next page. Here they are. So you're just going to type them quickly. These F and G. Alright, let me just do it then. Let me do them just now. So now I've typed in different in fatalities and injuries, but I'm just going to highlight these two rows, 3 and 4, and just click here where it says Measure Center and Wrap Text. So in this way, it's going to both show on these two rows, but this as well, the same way that I did with the previous one, so that it may show on the same row as indicated in the question paper. So I'm just going to draw, I'm going to highlight this. And put in borders. Borders and draw ones that are not there yet. Okay. So this is how it is. So we're just gonna make it into bold. So on our question paper, yeah, it's there already. So we're just gonna put in these borders as shown here. So we're gonna make it to its thick. Now we're gonna start with our, okay, let's go to our question paper. Okay, so whenever you're doing these things, you need to tick with a pencil to make sure that you have went past through the stage or the given instruction. So here it says insert appropriate formulae in the cells marking the corresponding question number to perform the calculation listed below. So 5.7.1, it says different in fatalities / injuries. equals to number of injuries minus number of fatalities. Okay, this is where your calculations come in. Guys, you need to relax when it comes to this. Do not panic, because this needs your full concentration. So you're just gonna come here. Let's just see where 5.7.1 is. Here is your 5.7.1, meaning that all these calculations that I needed from you are gonna be here. The calculations that says number of injuries minus number of fatalities. So you're gonna go to your spreadsheet. Now we're moving on to 5.7.1. Difference in fatalities / injuries. Just gonna click here and say number of injuries. So you're gonna click on the cell on F5 and difference in fatalities. Then you're just gonna say equals to open bracket injuries. So you're just gonna say D5 minus B5. Close your bracket, click on enter, and this is going to show. So for you to make your life easier, if this pops up, then you can just look for this plus sign and drag it down. Double click and drag it down. So it's going to show for all the formulas that are in column D minus column B. So it's going to be this way. Alright, so your 5.7.1 it's done. 5.7.2 says, let's go to our spreadsheet and see what it says. It says anticipated decrease in fatalities equals number of fatalities multiplied by anticipated decrease, cell B. Use absolute cell reference. Okay, so we're just gonna go to our spreadsheet. This video only takes 15 minutes, but we'll see what we do with the next video. For now, okay, let's go. So here it says anticipated decrease in fatalities equals to number of fatalities multiplied. So these are the number of fatalities multiplied by anticipated decrease, which is your 11% in cell B2. It says here use absolute cell. Alright, so we're just gonna come here and do our sum. Open bracket number of fatalities. So we're just gonna say B5 times B2. So it has been said that if you do not want everything else to go with 11% or to show figures that are unnecessary as well, this is how you should do it. Let me just close this bracket. No, before I can close the bracket, I need to click on F2. Okay, let me see if I do it this way.